up the stair in heels, and most of you guys know I can barely walk in heels. But seriously, this is it. This is graduation. We have so many people to thank, I could never possibly address them all, but here are a few. Dr. Hunt. Thank you for allowing ECS doors to open back up when many of us were scared that we would not have a senior year at all. Mr. Sedke, or better known to us as Mr. Sedchek, thank you for pouring your time into this class. Despite the circumstances, you managed to give us a homecoming week and a homecoming event that was memorable for all of us, even if it didn't look as it normally does. You also made sure that we had a senior trip, and an amazing one at that. I have personally learned so much from working with you on Student Senate events, just by the way you set a Christ-like example for everyone in ECS. Ms. Collum, thank you for jumping right into your first year as our guidance counselor. We could never gotten into college without you, and we appreciate you so much. Teachers. Each and every one of you had a significant impact on us, or at least one of us, at some point or another. Whether it was therapeutic talking sessions with Miss Berquist or Miss Upchurch, debating every controversial issue imaginable with Mr. Jones, or listening to the craziest stories with Mr. Kiefer. You all had an impact on us, and I can never express all of our gratitude to you. Oh, and it should be mentioned, we still managed to do lots of actual learning on top of all of that, despite our constant protesting. I mean, we must have learned something, right? This is our graduation. But seriously, ECS teachers really are amazing, and I think we can all confidently say, not only did we learn, but we also built personal relationships with all of our teachers, so thank you guys. I would also like to personally thank a few more people before moving on. First and foremost, God, for placing me with all of you at ECS and blessing me with numerous opportunities to better myself in my time here. My parents, for sacrificing not only their finances, but also their time, so that I could take advantage of these opportunities and make the absolute most of my high school experience. My sister, for patiently waiting around while I would do who knows what after school. I honestly don't think we ever got home before 5, and yes, school does end at 3:15. I want to thank my friends for being constants in my life, like Gabby, Annabelle, Nate, and Jacob, some of the first people I ever really met at ECS. Thank you for helping me feel welcomed right from the beginning. Yaya, thanks for being the only other one in my grade in a lot of our classes. Our schedules were always kind of a mess. Alyssa and Lydia, thank you for being my best friends here and always being down to waste time sitting at Dunkin' or Starbucks or wandering around random stores while I waited for Jessica to finish cheer practice, or waited to go back to the school for some evening event because I couldn't go home in between. Oh, and I couldn't go home in between because, as Brad likes to remind me, I live on Mars. He explained to me that Mars and Punta Gorda are the same thing because apparently they're the same distance away from ECS. So thank you, Brad, for the geography lesson. But really, this whole class is amazing and I'm so proud to have been a part of it. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your class president this year. It was an honor that I truly enjoyed. Thank you all sincerely for making my time here so enjoyable and so memorable. And now, we're back to the beginning. We made it. This is graduation. The thing we've been looking forward to for 4 years now. In a way, it almost feels anticlimactic. Not because of anything having to do with the ceremony, of course, but because of all of the amazing things we've accomplished throughout our years at ECS. There have been so many high points in our high school careers. We've had so much fun and made some really amazing memories. The Manatee trip, freshman year, was probably the first major bonding trip for our grade, so shout out to Ms. Berquist for that. Then, during our sophomore year, came the trip to Triumph, which was only a day trip, but memorable nonetheless. Some of us were daredevils and went through the zipline course without a problem. And others screamed through every second of it. You know who you are. But it's safe to say everyone had fun. With junior year came the junior retreat, which many of us recall as our favorite ECS memory. We bonded over shaving cream fights and Gaga Ball, better known to us as Yaya Ball, so thanks for renaming that, Nate. Then we lost the last part of junior year due to COVID, and I would say the thing we missed most was each other. It pulled us apart for the time being, but as soon as we were able to come back for our senior year, we were closer than ever because we realized how much we missed being with each other. When senior year started, I think we all were pretty much convinced we wouldn't get a senior trip. Then Mr. Sedke made sure that we still got one, even if it looked a little different from past years. Even though it was different, we all had the best time with one another in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I would say had more fun than we would have had in New York because we were so grateful to get to go at all. These are just a couple of the main highlights of our high school career. There were so many other amazing times, we likely can't even remember them all. It's easy to just add graduation to the list of good times we've had, but I want you all to remember that this ceremony is so much more than just another fun memory. Remember all of the work each and every one of us has done to get to this point, and be proud of it. This symbolizes the beginning of a new chapter in our lives, and this new chapter will be a chapter filled with lots of changes and lots of growth. People always say, don't change when you leave high school, but I don't think you should always take this advice at face value. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you to never change. Instead, I want to encourage you to look for how you can change for the better. Change. It's okay. Just change in accordance with God's plan for your life. Growth is a change. If we are so afraid to change, we will never grow into God's plan for us. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." God is always working to build bigger and greater things in our lives. And if we are so focused on not changing, we will miss opportunities for growth. Be tuned in to how God wants you to change your life so that you can live your life how He intended you to. The fact is, we're all going to change in one way or another. The important thing is who or what we changed for. I want to encourage you all to never change to please the world. Be a wave maker. Upset the world. Make them notice you. Make them see that you are different. Change against the grain of the world, but in alignment with God's plan for you. All of this applies not only to our college careers looming on the horizon, but also to the rest of our lives. Change happens constantly in our earthly lives. Ironically, it's one of the few things we can count on. Don't be afraid of it. Rather, be cautious of it and make sure it lines up with God's plan for you. Before I wrap this up, I have a quick message for the underclassmen. I know a few of you are here tonight, and some may be watching the live stream. If you are a younger student at ECS, I want to give you this quick word of advice. Don't waste your time here. ECS is such a great place that offers so many opportunities that you should take advantage of. If there's something you wish ECS offered, start it yourself. Jacob and Nate wanted a spikeball club, and now ECS has a spikeball club. Take advantage of the opportunities presented to you, and don't be afraid to create some opportunities for yourselves. Stay focused, but don't forget to have fun. Now I'll end with these last few words. Thank you all for coming tonight to support our graduating class. Thank you, ECS, for an amazing 4 years. Lastly, from me to the rest of the class of 2021, thank you for all the memories. Each and every one of you means a great deal to me, and I hope you know I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Rebecca Lee Yates, Civil Scholar, summa cum laude. And graduating tonight from the ECS